As you talk about the hard work, your intentions for creating a life of meaning is really a family theme for you. Will you
Mhm.
tell us about that?
Sure. Well, my family, my parents and grandparents immigrated here from China now over 50 years. And so I am first generation. And that really means something to me. And growing up, my parents, they weren't formally educated, and they worked very hard. And so they found themselves working in a lot of manual labor type jobs. So they worked in a variety of jobs until they sort of landed in the restaurant industry. And they really enjoyed that and were very talented at it. They eventually, along with my grandparents, opened a restaurant called China Walk, which is in Frankfort, Kentucky. And so it's a small town, locally owned Chinese restaurant. It's been in business now for 40 years, and I'm so incredibly proud of them. But I grew up working alongside them, and they were long days and nights of work, of really hard work. And I remember as a child going to school, and I would ride the city bus to my parents' restaurant, and I'd get there in the afternoons. I would do my homework there, and I would play there, and I would work there. And I even had a twin bed in the back where I would go to sleep at bedtime, and my parents would carry me home in the evenings after they got off work. And so that was not a typical childhood, I don't think, but it was one that over time I have really grown to appreciate. And I can see a lot of the character traits that I have really were built from the early days of working in the restaurant. My work ethic, my ability to connect with people, a variety of people, just because you never knew who was going to walk in the door, from politicians to, um, just really ordinary, everyday people that would come in as customers to, sometimes we would have governors come in to the restaurant because we were in the state capitals. So growing up in the restaurant, I think one prompted me to have an interest in civic service, but it also showed me a diverse world of people and individuals that I, one, enjoyed connecting with, but two, really needed to as a matter of promoting our business and actually going to work every day. And so I think that those gave me a skill set and a foundation that ultimately I've taken in my career, both in my law practice and at the UN, that has allowed me to really be able to connect with people and also never really forget my family's history and where we came from. And I've always understood that it was that my parents' hard work and sacrifice that allows me to do the work that I do today, and that has paved the way for my children to have a better future than I even have. And so that's really important to me. And I was determined going into the UN role and to take that foundation and that ability to understand what it's like to be from an immigrant family, the truly the American dream, what people come to our great country for. I could really empathize too with those who in other countries who have not immigrated here, but their dream is that same hope that they can provide for the next generation a better life. I think that that was really unique in my role focusing on human rights and humanitarian assistance at the UN, because I could truly connect with the hope of so many all over the world that the United States can provide humanitarian assistance or aid. And I could really connect with so many around the world, I think, that need help in the human rights space, where they feel like their human rights have been violated. So it was a unique role to be in, and one that I felt that both my skill set and my passions really came together for me to serve in that capacity.